He still has control of the center of the map, but I'm not sure for how much longer, as Select has slowly been moving up, slowly been winning small engagements, taking out small parts of TLO's army. And he has these scans going down. He's aware, as always, of where he is. Both players using their scans to find the position of their army. And it looks like we have a big engagement by Select. He is judging that he can clear out this army, this section of the map, and it looks like he has judged correctly. Most of his Marines and Marauders are in the red, but they have medevacs in the air to heal them up. And now, more importantly, Select has taken control of the center of the map. Once again, he has used this aggression to push his expansion out. TLO, however, is taking the gold. He is going for the gusto. He is going for the gold. He wants to win this game. And we have a Banshee, once again, cloaked in the center, doing damage to siege tanks, but a scan goes down and kills that poor Banshee. Those poor pilots are... Oh man, that sucks. Anyway, now we have another expansion going down for TLO, muling up the gold, and we're going to see if time will tell here. This is a much riskier expansion, but with a good siege lane down here, TLO will be able to expand it. He's going to need a ton more siege tanks, though. Select has 6 to his 3, and he's doing a slow push, moving up, and Select is actually aware of that expansion timing, so he's going to be able to move around and try to get some more positional advantage. Once again, like I said, Terran versus Terran, it is all about positioning. Great positioning is going to win you the game even if you have an inferior army, and luckily Select here has both great positioning and a superior army. He has more siege tank, and he's able to shell away at his orbital command, putting TLO in a really tough spot. If he stays on the ground with his orbital command, he's going to get shelled by those Crucio shock cannons. If he lifts up, he's going to get nailed by these Vikings. This is a lose-lose situation for him, and he's forced to stop mining. And in the meantime, we have Select's base mining just perfectly. He has nice saturation going down there, and that's going to pull him ahead in the economy game. And we have TLO going for a drop right here, ignoring this siege position here, realizing that Select was able to clear out his gold base, but now we have a drop coming in for Select. Drops all over the map, while at the same time TLO is moving out to take the center of the map, and Select is trapped on the other side of that Zelnaga watchtower. Now we have SCVs coming off the line with a couple of Marines trying to take care of this drop here. We got another drop coming in for TLO. Gonna get in there, do a lot of damage. TLO taking over the center of the map. Over here, lots of SCVs going down, but Select with great reactions, able to pull those SCVs away. And I'm not sure if TLO is going to be able to take down this command center before Select reacts. And now we have another Banshee getting attacked by TLO there, by Select. There are drops, there is action all over this game. It is going crazy here. Tons of multitasking from both of these players. Look at that. 267 average APM for Select. 164 TLO. These players are flying all over the keyboard, and now Select is the one, or TLO is the one, realizing that he can clear out Select's army in the center of the map. Select's army was just barely out of position, just the wrong time, sieging up at just the wrong time, and TLO is going to chase him away. Looks like he was with SCVs, and Select realizing that, hey, if I'm going to lose my army, I'm going to take a couple SCVs with me, and stimming up at just the right time, able to kill a few more, and they are keeping it. TLO is still ahead of the game in the workers killed because of those early game Banshees, but Select is doing his best to claw his way back into it. And that poor Banshee flying into a missile turret's detection radius, get instantly destroyed by those Marines, but TLO is back where he's comfortable. He's back in the center of the map. He is happy here. He likes it here. He's got his gold back up and running, but Select is still super saturating his own base. And I got to give the advantage, however carefully, however by a razor-thin margin, to Select. I think that he has a better economy, and I think that he has a better position in the game. But it could go either way, as Terran versus Terran games are just known for their swingy styles. You'll have a stalemate, you'll have a slow game for a long time, and then we have 2 or 1 big engagements, and that is just the end of the game right there. Select throwing that he is extremely worried about drops. He's thrown down another sensor tower and even a missile turret here, which was luckily able to spot the drop from TLO. Instead of waiting for all those Marines and Marauders to get into his base, he's actually able to lift up his command center and run away and get his army back in here with Vikings, with medevacs, and all these Marines are going to clean up TLO's own Marines. Vikings shooting at these medevacs, and the medevacs are forced to run away and drop down onto this gold base, which they are cleaned up by another set of Marines. Select wisely, not sending all of his Marines to deal with this drop, keeping a couple in the center here, but TLO is moving up. And an interesting part of that sensor tower placement for Select is it allows him to keep track of TLO's army and siege positions without having to waste scans. He can use scans on his mules. He can use that energy for supply drops if he needs them. But TLO is setting himself into 2 strong siege positions. He is controlling the center and the bottom part of this map, and it's now TLO's turn to shell away at this orbital command as soon as he moves up into position where Select is forced to take a couple of hits from these Crucio shock cannons, doing tons of damage, siege tanks wailing on each other, and now Marines stimming up and trying to move in, but there's just too many hits. There are not enough Marauders for Select to push in there, and those siege tanks with that splash damage are just going to do too much damage. And this is quite a tense moment right here. The tables have turned. Select is getting shelled away on his expansion here, and I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do here. He does not have the position. He does not have the siege tanks. He does not have the Marines. He does not have the Marauders to take the damage he needs, and TLO doing what he needs to do, moving up, probably going to siege tank again, going for another drop down here. 1 minute out, getting taken out by the missile turret, but Select was moving slightly out of position, and TLO is able to siege up right here in this extremely strong spot, doing tons of damage to those Marines, and I'm not sure what Select is going to be able to do. TLO taking his 4th expansion, and this is huge. It looks like Select may have dropped the ball. He is getting completely pushed back. He's now sitting in his natural choke, and TLO GG's out of this game. He realizes that with his natural under siege, with his gold expansion literally under siege, and with his bad positioning, with him being pushed back into his choke of his natural, with him being almost mined out at his natural, being completely mined out at his main, he is not going to be able to completely reproduce. He's not going to be able to completely keep his production up compared to TLO's, and he is forced to fall out of this game. Great play by TLO, great play by Select, excellent game, and I will see you next time.